thank you guys for coming back and joining us. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment down below. And today we're going to be talking about we're basically going to continue from where we stopped on the last episode. So after a long distance relationship, what happened? Nothing much happened. Basically, after a long distance relationship, after a month or two, I moved to Cape Town, which is I moved with him. I think last week of August, and yeah, how was it, babe? I don't know, like it's like you don't have anything to say. Oh, I'll pull
today I don't
out,
have anything to say, guys. Today I don't have anything to say.
Wow.
I don't have anything to say today. Like, I think you should take the lead today, babe. I think you should lead today's episode, you know?
I'm not gonna do
I think
that.
you are very beautiful. I think you are very sexy, and I love your lipstick today. So I think you should lead today's
I'm not
episode.
gonna do that, baby. Come on. I don't know what's going on with you, baby. What's going on with you? Focus.
You look very beautiful today, baby.
Thank you, baby. Now let's focus, babe. Let's
I can't
focus.
focus, baby. Like, listen to son. Wow. I'm so blessed to have you. You know that.
Hey.
I'm so blessed to have you, babe. Anyway, thank you guys so much for your support, and you guys has been SMSing us, WhatsApping us, and we learned a lot from the last episode.
Yeah, which we're very happy about.
We're very happy about
Yeah.
that. Positive feedback is always, and constructive feedback is always appreciated.
Amen.
So when Ube finally moved this side, so we had discussion around July and August that she has to move this side because of I have kind of settled in Cape Town at that time.
Not really, but
yeah, but at least I was finding my feet. I just opened my business. I was working, so I just settled in that time. So I needed her this side, you know, and obviously us being both saved, and it meant that we were gonna live together.
Yeah.
Pre-marriage. You know? So, and we all know the stigma that goes with living together.
Yeah, that's not good.
Especially if you guys are both saved.
Yeah.
You know.
You can't. Fat and said. You just
no fat
can't.
and said.
You can't do it.
Like there's no fat and
Whether a
said.
fiance or no fiance, you just can't
There's
until
no
you
fat and
are
said.
married. So yeah, that was another challenge for us as well.
Because of, like, we had to properly sit down and say that, dude, we're gonna do this. Like, really gonna do this. Because of, especially from a Christian circle, because of most Christian circles speak against it, and most people gossip about it or talk about it or condemn it so much, and rightly so. But then
there's nothing wrong.
You never know that.
Yeah.
You never know that one day you're gonna be in those same shoes.
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't think I would find myself in those shoes, whereas I would even be considering fat and said, especially knowing that I'm born again.
I never thought my left hand was in Son. I never thought in my left hand. The idea was nice, but I never thought in the left hand. I'm not gonna sit and lie. I'm not gonna lie, guys. The idea is nice. The idea is nice, really.
Yeah.
You know. But let's be real. No. It's not right. That's right.
Let's be real. I was waiting for a bomb. They're like, let's be real. I was like, woo.
I had the bomb, but I contained it.
And you were like-
I diffused the bomb.
So yeah, I think that was the whole challenge. Like, it was a real challenge for us, especially knowing that we are saved. And what are my parents gonna say? What are my sisters and brothers in Christ are going to say?
How did that conversation go with your mother? Tell me, because baby's
don't
last born at
remember.
home. Baby's last born at home, and baby's always home with
What
her mother.
happened?
Like nine, she's always home with her mother.
I don't know how that conversation went or what I said. Honestly, I don't remember. I'm trying to think, baby. I'm sure I must have told you.
You told me that I told her mother that I'm going to Cape Town,
Yes.
and she said you're leaving me.
No, not that one. She said that when I told her that we're going to get married, and then she was like, "You're leaving me, honey, you're leaving me alone,"
In
and all
Cape Town?
that. So Cape Town, I think, okay. First of all, I think one of the things that my mother or even my parents actually allowed me to come this side was because I already spoke to my parents about him, that he's gonna come
Serious?
and pay. Yes, that time you were gonna come and pay lobola. Remember?
Yeah, we had made intentions clear
Yes,
that time. Yeah,
that
okay,
time.
okay.
So already at home, they sort of accepted, or they were trying to accept the fact that at some point I'm gonna leave them because this man will be coming to ask for my hand in marriage. So I think that sort of helped in a way when I told him that okay, Wonga is now in Cape Town, he's working that side, because also I had to come and visit the first time. So obviously I needed to tell them something that Wonga is now working the side.
I thought you were going to study. I thought you told me that your mama going to study in Cape Town for 7 days and come back.
No, what do you mean study what? You study
I
what?
thought you told them mama I'm going to study period and come back.
No.
So you told them that you're visiting me the first time you came.
I did. I don't know anybody in Cape Town.
Leave Lama, leave.
Yes, leave, guys. I had to.
Let's leave.
I had to. And I think also what gave me
I would
courage is the
never
fact
share.
that there's a ring. Okay, there was no physical
no
ring.
ring.
There's no ring, eh? But we already spoke about it. You already made your intention clear before you left, because you were gonna pay lobola in June, and then because of the whole moving to Cape Town and everything, it sort of messed things up. But still, you already made those intentions. What were we talking about now? I forgot.
She came to Cape Town, and at that time, there were a lot of questions that we were debating, and there were a lot of questions between us, you know,
Yeah.
like where is she gonna go to church? Because she was at Christ Embassy in PE, and I was in Faith Mission in PE. So like and we.
Oh, that's another thing, guys.
Yeah,
Hey,
sacrificing
guys,
your church.
guys.
Yeah,
It's not easy. It's not.
So here I was like, dude, we're not married yet, you know, and so you can continue to go to your church or go to my church, because we're not married yet, you know. So I can't force the rules on you. So just,
and we're not married yet.
yeah. So one thing I always try and do with this living together situation and marriage situation, I allow her to have her own space. You know, I always try and allow her to have her own space. I don't want marriage. I don't want our marriage to be confined or to be up in each other's faces all the time. You know. So even before marriage, I was like that. I want to allow you to be you, so that you don't feel like Nezela or anything like that.
Feel overwhelmed, because first of all, this is new to the both of us. I just moved here, and of course with the church, our churches are different. So I'm at this like new city. I was just also trying to find my feet as much as we were trying to find our feet living together now. So I thank you for that, because he made it clear to me that, you know what, you can continue going to church. You don't have to come to my church, which for me, I really appreciated that. And yeah, that's what we did. He went to his church, I went to my own church, and yeah, it was great, man. It was okay. And
I visited your church when there was Martin PK in Sinach.
that was his man.
Yeah, we went to see Martin PK and Sinach.
There was a concert.
In Cape Town.
Yeah,
so I went to visit her church then.
Yeah, when there was Martin Piquet and Sinach and Zaza. Yeah, I showed you things, man.
And I invited you to my church with Ireland dance. With Ireland dance. So it's square. It's
not really square. It's only Ireland dance that you should. Me, in that concert, there was Martin Piquet. There was Sinach, a whole Sinach guy. Sinach was there. Zaza was there. And yes, Zaza was there. And
anyway, so
yeah.
So we started living together, and I don't want to lie, I enjoyed the benefits of living together. Like coming home to a home cooked meal. You know, this lady was cooking. When she was unemployed, she was cooking.
I don't like that was. Like, I don't cook anymore.
You don't cook anymore than I have. Like, you had fire in you then. You had fire in you. Guys, I would come home to different meals every day. Every day she tries something new. She's on Facebook, on the cooking groups. She's checking these recipes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yo.
Like, oh yeah.
Plates of fire, man.
Yeah, every day. I was always trying something new, and I was also trying to sort of like, you know what, I'm preparing to get married, so obviously I need to get used to this. I need to learn all these different meals, and I don't want it to be boring. I want my man. At that time I was not working, so I was always here. I was job hunting that time, so I wanted him to come home to a home cooked meal, and it was nice just to see him. Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Guys, like, I want to know what happened. Like, what really happened? Hey,
We'll
I
get
missed
to
those
that.
meals. Hey,
And I was really happy. Like, it made me really happy when I could see how happy like he was whenever he got home. Like, what did you prepare? He really appreciated that. Oh,
like, I really appreciated that.
Yeah, he did. Baby, now you're making me feel bad.
That was not the point. That was not the point. But I think living together, guys, it's all about trying to make the next person comfortable as much as possible.
Yeah.
Because of the situation is uncomfortable for both of you already.
Yeah.
So the best thing that you can do is try and make the next person comfortable, even if it sacrifices your comfortability. Yeah, because of living together creates fights as unnecessary, like petty fights sometimes, because of each one is used to do their own thing or how they were raised from their home.
Different backgrounds.
Yeah, we have different backgrounds, and you bring all of that here. I have my way of doing things. Baby has a way of doing things. Like, oh baby, put rice guy 7 guy baby. Like, how? Why is that necessary?
How did you get
Why is that necessary, bro?
Okay.
It bothers
and
me.
Why did I put
Guys, I rinse the rice once.
No, not even once. You don't even rinse the rice, guys. No, you don't even rinse it once.
Once a week. I rinse the rice once a week, guys.
Oh my gosh.
It counts. Like, I don't see that. Like, her rice doesn't taste better than mine, even though hers is rinsed 7 times.
Okay.
Perfection.
Oh wow.
Like,
but like, you know, when you don't rinse a rice, right?
Mm-hmm.
It has a certain smell, and you can even taste it. That this one, it was
you
not soaked. It was not soaked.
You tasted my food.
I did. I always tell you that you didn't soak this. Like oh gosh, you need to soak it. You need to rinse it well. And when you taste it, you can tell that this person rinsed it or not. With him, I always tell him, you didn't rinse this, and he'll be like, no, I did, babe. I did. I'm like, no, you didn't.
Okay, tomorrow I'll cook, man. And I want you
So
to tell me.
Hold on.
No, hold on. I want you to tell me if I rinsed it or not.
I will tell you. Yes, I will.
Okay.
I will.
Guys, there's no difference in taste between a rice that's rinsed.
There is, guys. If you agree with me, please just comment below, because there is a difference.
And when I mean rice, I mean chestic and speckle.
Oh wow.
Not the other ones.
It doesn't matter.
Not the other ones.
Auxiliary rice.
Not the other ones. No.
Anyways.
Yeah, like, we come with different backgrounds to the living together situations, and it was not nice having to tell my own pastor that, you know, I'm living with someone now.
Yeah. Not only your pastor, man,
friends,
like
bruh,
everyone.
And friends, you know, everyone that I'm living with someone, everyone is like, bruh, you know this is wrong, this is wrong. And my mother was uncomfortable talking to me. Like, she would talk to me, but then when we got to that topic, it's a bit shaky grounding.
Yeah.
And baby was still looking for work then.
Yeah.
So our agreement was, you're gonna come in Cape Town, you're gonna live together for this certain time until you find a job.
Until you get a job, and then you can
and then
find
when
something.
you find a job, you're gonna stay here for 1 month. The second month you're gonna go. You're gonna find your own place, preferably close by.
Yeah.
Preferably close by. That was our agreement together.
But still, it was still uncomfortable. Like, I was really not happy about it, guys. Like, never mind people and everything, but for me, it felt like, like, I don't know, like, unholy. You're born again Christian, and we all know how it is basically living with a man, that as much as you're in a relationship, there are a lot of temptations already if you're born again Christian and you believe in no sex before marriage. With living together, you are digging your own grave. Like, it's like you're going to drown in the sea, because you guys are gonna be basically, like, you're gonna see him every morning. You're gonna sleep in the same bed. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do this. So for me it was like, yo,
What's
what have I
do this and
done?
wanna do this?
Like, I'm just saying that you'll always be around, and I'll watch you when you're sleeping. Sometimes you have to get dressed. I'm there in the same room with you. That's what I mean. In the same
I
room,
don't
you're
think she
taking
meant
a
that.
bath.
Nice cover.
No!
I don't think you meant that, but nice cover.
That's what I meant. I
Nice
meant like
cover.
you'll be in each other's face, even in the morning or even at night, or taking a bath or anything like that. So
Don't explain, baby.
we-
It's fine, but
we
it's
s-
nice cover.
I didn't want to open a gap for sin, or I didn't want to open a gap for me to actually get to that point whereas I'm so comfortable living with him, as if now I'll end up covering the fact that it's wrong and sort of like, no, it's not wrong because we're doing, as much as we knew that I'm not gonna stay here or stay with him for too long. It's just gonna be a month or two.
But still.
Just until I get my own place or I can actually afford my own place. But that month or those like 2 months or whatever months that I've been with him, it was so uncomfortable. I was not happy. I kept on praying and apologizing to God because I felt like
You're not
just
happy.
I was not, because I felt like, no, I was happy with you, but I was not happy with the whole scenario or with the whole situation of me living with you. So I kept on praying to God because I felt like I'm disobedient, like I'm not actually listening or I'm not obedient to his word, because his word clearly states no sex before marriage, and the only time that you should leave or a man should leave his house or his home is when they get married, and we were not. And at the same time, I didn't want us to enter into a marriage with a foundation like that, whereas Skalisane.
Someone said to me that, someone said to me when they were giving me, or when we was talking about this,
Yeah.
then they said to me that I want to get married to you.
Yeah.
Because of I've lived with you
Mhm.
and we have slept together.
Yes.
I want to get married to you. They told me straight up to my face. And then they said, and then someone else said that how you enter marriage is important.
It's very important. That's what
Like,
I was
how you
also
enter
taught
marriage is-
as well.
Like, that depressed me for a while. You know, those words rang in my mind for a while.
Yeah.
That someone said that you won't enjoy your marriage with her because of you know her, like
Yeah.
you fully know her, and you've lived together.
Yeah.
You know, so you either you won't marry this woman or you won't enjoy your marriage.
Yeah. True.
So for a while I was under that depression of I need to get married to someone that I don't know, you know, or someone that I've never lived with, you know,
Yeah.
so that there are still mysteries in between us. You know?
Yeah.
When you live together before marriage, you kind of uncover those mysteries already before marriage. You know? So that now in marriage there are no mysteries together. So
Nothing exciting, nothing surprises you. It's just
so
like
I was challenged, you know, and me being I always pride myself that I'm a man of my word. Like I always keep my word, I keep my promise. So I was like, I promised this woman marriage. And now people are saying all of these things and I'm getting demotivated, I'm getting discouraged, and now I'm getting scared as well. So it's up to me to make this work. It's up to me if this will work or not.
Yeah.
Not because of what they say or what they think or what they know, but this is between us. So at some point I was like, dude, we have to make this work.
Yeah.
Like I don't see myself marrying any other woman besides you.
Yeah.
It's not that I want to get married, it's that I want to marry you. You are the person who makes me in love with the idea of marriage. Like when I look at you, I see family. When I look at you, I see an establishment of marriage, like a strong establishment of marriage. So that even if you can bring someone else to me,
Yeah.
it won't be the same. It won't be the same. I wouldn't want to get married then.
Yeah.
I want to marry that person. I want to marry you. You have the values I want in marriage.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, guys.
it was a tough time for us.
It
a tough
was.
time for
It
us.
was very challenging. It was really challenging because I also had the same views that how you enter marriage is very important, and I didn't want us to enter marriage with that sort of foundation of us living together. Because I also feared that what if we end up not getting married and get comfortable just doing fat and set? You know how it is, because you're already used to each other. As much as you are living like a husband and wife, you're not really married. At some point, we're gonna be like, okay, we're good. I'm working, and we're both working. We have everything we need. Like everything is fine, but when it comes to us getting married, then we just spend like weeks or months pass by or years pass by with us without even having to, to officially say I do. So that was a really challenge for me. And also, I also felt like I'm a hypocrite in a way, because I always advise others against this, and here I am, I'm doing the very same thing. I'm fully born again, I'm preaching the word, I'm telling people no. Okay, before that I was even telling people, like, you know what, it's not good that as a born again Christian you should date. It's not good that you should fat and set, because of so many things that can happen, that can lead you straight into sin, that can lead you astray from your belief and what God wants for you or has planned for you. So here I am, I'm doing the very same thing I was advising others not to do. And it was just yeah, it was very challenging for me. I don't want to lie, I was so, like, as much as I was happy, and I would pray and be like, God, I'm happy, but I'm not really happy with this. I'm sorry, forgive me. And it's like I always had to tell God that we're only doing this, like, God, like I was trying to convince God that, God, we're only doing this so that I can get a job. If I can get a job, I will move out. Not that I'm happy, So it's like I'm trying to convince God. Obviously, God knows how I feel. God knows why we're doing this, but still, it didn't feel good. Knowing that we were living together, we'd go to church, we'll hear the word, and then come back, we're living together, and so forth.
I think a bit of our prayer life died.
Yeah, I think also the guilt comes in. The guilt does, like, the guilt just creeps in, guys. And even if you are praying, you feel like you're not. Yes.
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 Judge yourself.
Yes.
You convict yourself, like, hey, but no, man.
No, even if, like, you feel like you convict yourself in that manner, that even when you're praying, you feel like you're not worthy to even pray.
Hey,
like you're not even supposed to be praying while you are living with a man, or you're living with this woman even before marriage.
How was that for you, baby? Like, because at that time you were unemployed.
Yeah, I was unemployed.
And secondly, you were living together with me.
Yeah.
And now you're looking for a job, praying for a job. How do you pray knowing that I'm also living in sin?
Yeah, that's another thing. Honestly, like, I can't tell you how I did it or how it felt, but one thing I know is that time for me was a very tough, or I would say it was not really tough, but it was very challenging, especially with my faith. I felt like I was really challenged. Because everything that I believed in, I was doing the very opposite of that. And I felt like, what if this will lead to me living astray, or what if this is gonna lead to me, what's the word that I'm looking for? To even stop going to church, or stop believing in God, or because you have that thing of, what, I'm only doing this for this reason. As much as you have a good reason, you convict yourself, as you say, and then you're gonna be like, what if I just stop everything, stop praying, stop going to church until we are married? And then afterwards, when I'm all good, I can go back to serving the Lord the way that I was serving Him. That was another thing. As much as I didn't want to believe that, or as much as I knew that there's no way I'm going to listen to that voice that's telling me, sort your life first.
It's telling you that you're unworthy.
Yes,
you're unworthy.
Very unworthy.
So come back when you are worthy.
Yes.
Like when you stop all your ways.
Sort your life.
Yeah.
Like, get things together, get married first. And
that's wrong. That's a wrong philosophy. That's a wrong philosophy.
No, it's
Never
wrong.
listen to that.
Don't. In fact, for me, I feel like that's the devil's voice telling you to leave everything, because you're going to leave everything because you're thinking, I'm unworthy and I need to sort out my life first before going to God. God knows you already. Worse. Yes, things will get worse. You'll get married and do all those things, but still you will never, you never come back. You'll never feel like you need to come back, because you're so used to being outside, or you're so used to not being born again, or being saved, or not used to the ways of God. So rather you be inside in the house of the Lord, praying, knowing exactly what you're doing is wrong, but you are working on it, and God is also working in you so that you can stop whatever that you are doing. I feel like God already knows what you're going through. God knows what you're doing is wrong. God knows the intentions or your plans, and how is he going to help you, or how is God gonna be able or to sort of help you in this situation if you are running away from him, if you are moving out, or you're going back into the world saying that, Lord, I'm unworthy, so let me leave and fix my life. Because now you're making yourself the fixer, like God. You don't trust God that God will be able to fix you. I want to fix my life, God, first, and then I'll come back to you. What are you saying to the Lord? God can fix you. Just stay, pray. As long as your heart is in the right place, I believe God will
Things will work out.
yeah, things will
and
work
remember,
out.
guys, we don't come to God because we are worthy.
No,
we come
we're
to Him
not.
because of we are not worthy. That's the whole. That's the. So if you're not try and fix, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna.
If you're gonna do it yourself, then definitely it's not gonna work. So that was a very challenging time. Also, I'm looking for work. I'm job hunting.
How did that go for you?
It was.
Because you don't know Cape Town, you don't know the territory, you don't know anyone yet.
I don't know anyone.
You only know me and a few of my friends. And here you are looking for work.
Yeah. Job hunting, guys, it's another thing. That's all I can tell you. Job hunting is very frustrating. Looking for work in Cape Town, it's another thing. So I spent day in and day out basically in the inside the house. I would apply online, and maybe sometimes twice a week I would go to town and just submit my CVs. Sometimes I would come back with just submitting only one CV, because the place that I went to that I saw maybe online that was actually accepting CVs, when I got there, it's telling me no, they're full, or they're no longer accepting any CVs. So you know that thing of having to go from shop to shop submitting your CVs, and no one is actually paying attention, or they do take a CV but you never receive anything back or never hear from them.
There was a time you went to write an assessment at Amazon.
Yeah, that was a big one.
And then you got lost on your way back.
I wanted to cry. In fact, I was crying. And okay.
I'm at work and she goes, baby, I don't know where I am, and I'm crying.
Cape Town, guys, it's so big. It's not like PE. So I got lost, guys. Bear in mind, I was scared as well. I'm using my phone, Google Maps, to direct me to where I need to be. I thought, it's all good, I can see that direction, but I keep on walking and walking, and it's like I'm getting lost. I don't even know where I am. I started to cry. I was panicking, and the time was also like running out. Like I was like,
and they were calling you.
And they were calling me. In fact, I called them to let them know that I'm on my way. I'm getting lost. So they sent me address, everything. And then I was like, no, I'm not going to make the time. So that's the thing that made me to panic, was like, I think there was like 10 minutes left or 15 minutes left. And I'm still walking and I'm far. Like, I think Google Maps was showing me 30 minutes. So I was like, there's no way I'm going to make this time. So I called him. He's actually at work. He just got to work, so there's no way for him to actually leave work and come to me. I was panicking. I was like, I don't know where I am.
I think I spoke to Mariska, and then we went to
you did. You did.
God
I was
bless
like,
Mariska.
God bless. Oh, God bless that woman, because she helped me. She came through for me a lot, and I was panicking, guys. I was crying. And I was lost. I didn't want to use my phone because I didn't want to get robbed or get mugged at the same time, because they're gonna see that this person is new here. Why are they looking at their phone? And I was like, as much as I'm admiring the buildings, because they're big, they look like long buildings, but I was not happy. I shouted at him. I don't know why. I shouted at him. I'm lost. I want to go back home. I'm not even going to make the time. And now I've lost this. This was all a waste of time and all that. And, Britain and no yes, I know. So, and then, Mariska drove us to Amazon, and I was not late. So, it was good.
You remember how the assessment went?
The assessment was okay until I wanted to pee and I needed to go. I thought you can pause it because that's what the lady said. You can pause it and go and then come back. But that was not the case. So I didn't hear the instructions, and then I was told no, you can't leave. You have to finish it. Bear in mind, it kept on going, so I didn't hear the instruction. I just see numbers. So I had to, I think that's where I actually failed, because I didn't know what I was meant to do, but I had to guess, okay, this is what I need to do. And also, with every question, you only have 20 seconds or 30 seconds.
Is it? How many questions in total?
Yeah, I don't know, many. Like it's like sections and sections and sections and sections. So that section is the one that I didn't know, and I think it had a lot of marks as well. And but I just saw that there was like an audio that you listen to, and then but I didn't know what I needed to interpret, or I needed to sort of like translate that, or I needed to do what I just did whatever, okay? Like whatever I heard, and then I would type
That was
it.
a bad day, bro.
Yeah.
That was a bad day.
So I thought I did good, and then this lady was like, oh, yes, you didn't do bad, but we needed this mark to pass, and unfortunately, and then she was like, I think you're good, I think you need to come back after 3 months or so. I was like, okay. I think she was trying to make me feel good. So it's like, I think you need to come back after 3 months, and that was not, because I already told myself that that was my job. I was like,
and then you applied to Capita. It was Capita.
and I think Capita,
We applied
which
to
is,
Hollard as well.
we
Hollard
applied
didn't
to many
respond.
companies, like many companies didn't
Like
respond.
Hollard guys had a notice outside that they are accepting CVs. Like they even had a notice, so like, okay, this is a done deal for baby. But they never, Hollard didn't come back.
Many companies,
Capita,
like,
did you go write assessment or what happened?
yes, I did. I went there for an interview, which is not really an interview, but we went there. I passed it because they wanted something with the vocals to hear how you're speaking and advise you or whatever, because it's a UK company, so you'll be dealing with
UK
clients,
clients.
UK clients. And then after that, we were many. So I had to wait so that I can write the assessment. And before even we can go, because I spent the hours, the whole day, almost the whole day, and then the machine stopped working. The computer that I was using was not working. Guys, the computer that I was using stopped working. They tried to fix it. They said, okay, you can wait for someone to finish and then you can use the computer. When I went there, the computer was not working, so I was told, okay, it was not me. I think about 7 or 10 of us were told to come back. They're gonna call us. They need to fix the computer.
They never called you back.
They never called me back until I got a job, and then they called me back. I was like, you lying. I had to wait for you 3 weeks. And you're only coming back to me so that I can come back and write the assessment. I was like, too late, darling. I got a job. And I was already working that time.
And then Mark and Bean was hiring as well.
Yo, guys, I had to. You know how stressful it is. You end up looking for just any job, like any job will do. And I know that I have the sales experience.
I think with that point,
like
you have retail experience as well.
I've got retail experience. And so this was a done deal for me. There's no way
like
they would hire me. Like, come on. I will come on. Like, hey, I didn't sign it. That lady took my CV, but that lady, I don't think she liked me. I don't know why. She looked at me like I was all smart. Hi, I'm looking for a job. I was like, okay, what do you have? So I'm telling her that this is my experience. This is my experience, and she's like, okay, you can leave the CV. I'll call you. She never called me, guys. I was so yeah. I was so sad. I don't want to lie.
I thought that the Mark and Bean
was a done deal. Guys, imagine.
Like, at least she'll have something. Even if it's waitressing, it's fine. At least she'll work out and
at
go to
least I'm doing something.
Yeah.
I was like, at least I'll do something. I don't want to just be in the house, unemployed. In this city, I needed to do something, and Mike and Bean was just like, nope. And I think I also applied to other retail stores as well. No response. Mark, what's this? Union Mart as well.
Yeah, TransUnion Mart. Yeah.
Oh, they kept on replying, and unfortunately, we regret to tell you this. Oh gosh, I was like, am I ever gonna get a job here? I was really panicking because it felt like I had been here for long. But when I think about it now, it's only been like a few weeks, like 3 weeks, if not 2 weeks. But the way I was panicking, it felt like, it's been long. And then
August, September.
I started working 8 October.
Yeah.
But September I was already going to interviews and assessments, because it actually took longer. That was after 2 weeks. I got a proper interview, and I started to go. Like, it's like a week I would go for this. Next week I'll go for assessment that week. So I got the job, which is finally. But it was very stressful, guys.
It wasn't easy to get that job as well, because I had to teach her ADSL
everything basically that I would be doing.
We got the memo on Friday that she's going for interview on Monday. So I had Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night to teach.
I was a learner.
Everything technical about LTE fiber and everything around it.
Imagine that's new. I know nothing about those things. So
I'm a good teacher though.
Yeah, you are, because I passed really so.
And she passed the interview.
I did pass the interview.
I don't hope, guys, honestly. Okay, I didn't hope, but yeah, there was a lot of doubt. She wasn't convincing.
But the ways of God, guys, the ways of God. Oh my gosh. God really helped me there with the answers. I was just answering like, and they were very impressed. And then I was like, at least I made it through. I was like, yay. So hope was, was restored, because I don't want to lie. After all that, the retail stores not hiring me, not getting a lot of emails saying, we regret to tell you this, we regret to tell you this. I got to a point where as I was like, am I ever gonna work? Am I ever? Because even when I was in PE before moving, I was still unemployed. Remember, I had left that whatever job. So my work experience, like within that 2 years or within 1 year, it was not really stable. Like I would work for 4 months, then leave this, and then work somewhere else for 3 months. So I was like, maybe this is not for me. And I was really sad, I don't want to lie, because I wanted to do something. I remember before even actually getting a response, because the only thing I was praying for was to at least just a response in Janyana. At least respond to me to say that even we regret, it's fine, as long as you respond.
Not keep quiet.
Not keep quiet. Imagine you submitting a series almost every day, but no company responds or come back to you to say how was you got the job, or how did you do, or anything like that. It was really, 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 really frustrating. And I was just like, hope was like, I don't have hope. Maybe I'm not meant to, because when I left also I couldn't get a job or even something that I could last in, and everything like that. And I remember crying and praying, because I had to pray, guys. I prayed, and when I prayed, it was not like my normal prayer that I would normally pray. It was a prayer whereas I was like, God help me, I don't know what to do. And it was like I was commanding God now to a point where as God, I need this job, you have to do it for me. Like, it's like God, I could see God in every area of my life, but only this area I was not seeing anything. It's like I was not moving, I was not seeing any improvement. I was not, like, I wanted career-wise or job-wise, at least I wanted to be like other children as well. So I had to command God, like, God, I can't do this. You have to show me now that you're my God, and you have to do something in this area of my life. I need a testimony. I need you to give me a testimony. There's no way for the past two years, there's nothing I can say about work-wise or any improvement or anything like that. And I think after that prayer, crying to God and actually demanding God to do something on my favor, that's when I got the interviews. That's when things changed. And I only went to 2 interviews, which is Capital only came back to me when I was already employed. And the first one, which is where I'm working now, RSA Web, they called me. I did everything and I passed every step.
They took too long to respond though.
Yeah.
Yeah, after the interview, RSA Web kept quiet for 3 weeks.
And okay, so not for 3 weeks, because 3 weeks it's when I was busy with the interview and everything, assessment. It's like everything, they had something to do, right? And then they told me, because I think the last I had another assessment that I needed to do, which was on a Wednesday, and so I was supposed to get a response from them on a Monday. So I was like, okay, cool, they need everything to be approved, sorry. And then on Monday they didn't come back to me, and I was panicking. Like, Monday passed, I'm like, they told me if they don't come back to me on Monday, then I should know that my I was not successful. Fine. Tuesday passed. I'm like, yay. I even told him, I even called him, like, I'm thinking of calling them. They told me that they're gonna call me. They haven't called me. And it's now Tuesday. Nothing from them. And then on the Wednesday, I was like, I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna act like I'm a fool, like I don't know what's going on, even though they told me that if they don't come back to you, then that means you're not successful. They went with someone else. And I was like, no, man. No, I remember praying, was like, God, no. As I knew that job was mine. The very first day they called me for that interview and I passed it, and I walked into that office, I was like, I see myself working here. So why are they not coming back to me? I prayed, guys. I was like, God, In fact, those 3 days, I was just going to the mirror, like my husband like would be at work, and I would be here alone. And you know what I was doing? I was more like encouraging myself. So I would be telling myself, "Congratulations, honey, you got the job." Like I was doing that because that's what I wanted to hear at that time, and I didn't want to hear any other voice telling me you didn't get the job, so just forget about it. And I kept on telling myself, "Congratulations, congratulations," and I would jump up and down and say, "Thank you, Lord, I got the job." And on Wednesday, I called them, and another lady answered and like, "Oh, so if they didn't come back to you," I think she was in sales. "If they didn't come back to you, that means then you didn't get the job." And I was like, "Okay, just tell Sharon to give me a call back." And yeah, that's what happened. She called me back later, and I was like, "Hi honey, oh sorry about that, we were busy with the application, I didn't get time, it still needs to be approved, I'll get back to you, just give me time." And then after an hour she called me to tell me that I got the job. I was like, "Yeah." Yo, I remember I phoned my husband, I was like, "I got the job, I called them, I did this." I was thanking God, guys. Like, it felt like that was a dream. So
Yeah, I think we got home with
guys,
champagne that day,
yo,
non-alcoholic champagne, and cake, and because
guys,
learn to celebrate your small victories, guys. Like
that was not a
doesn't
small
mean
victory to me. That was a big, because I knew that was the opener. Like it was gonna open many more other doors. Because first of all, coming from not having a stable job for the past 2 years, and you're unemployed for a longer period of time, and you're not receiving any responses, to having to go to an interview and passing all that, I knew right there that this is it. This is it for me. And I knew that God indeed is alive, guys. I was really like, "Thank you, Lord," because the way I prayed, I was like, "Ooh," when I think about it, I'm like, "Ish." But how can I speak to God like that? But I did, and I thank God because I got the job and everything. In fact, I got even more than what I prayed for. It was more. I was like, guys, prayer works, guys. If you're in that situation, you're looking for a job, and you've been unemployed for the longest of time, for years, for months, don't lose hope, guys. Pray and continue to submit those CVs. Something will definitely come. Trust me, I know it. And yeah, I think that's it for today. Thank you guys for your support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. And yeah, let us know what you thought about this episode.
Yeah.
Or yeah, just connect with us on the comment section. And yeah, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.